She-Hulk was dead on arrival, regardless. Okay, and definitely when they showed you the trailer, that show was out of there. Okay, done. And my criticism of the trailer had less to do with the woke shit. Actually, I didn't even bring that up. It's just the CGI sucked. It was not necessary considering that how She-Hulk is actually built. She's not like this overly cartoonish. Was like Hulk is, like swole person. No, she's just built like an athletic, tall woman. And they, instead of actually just getting, I don't know, an athletic, tall woman or doing camera tricks, kind of like what they do with Tom Cruise, to make them appear taller than what they actually are. They could have done that. They neglected to do that. Instead, they went full CGI, and it is dog water. But there is another person who is going to be in the movie. She's playing Nikki in She-Hulk, and she recently had a interview about this, and this is what she said. According to her, again, if this is true, then I guess a lot of folks could connect the dots and imagine that, unfortunately, because they don't know how to do female characters, you're going to get some of this. But let's pull this up real quick. This is what Ginger, again, Gonzaga, who's playing in it, what she herself, she's doing this interview, defined it as. Let's listen in on this real quick. I'm gonna speed it up. Actually, let me unmute it. I'm already fast forward. All right, so let's start here.
I know it was weird normalizing that. You know, when Mark Ruffalo's on the show, we have Smart Hulk on the show, and it's just so fun and silly. Jessica Gao, our writer, made such a smart satire with a lot of really cool feminist commentary. So it's just, it's exciting.
Where did I leave off? Sorry, man. My narcolepsy sometimes is uncontrollable. Where did I leave off? Oh, yeah, we're talking about some show that's fucking dead on arrival. Now, look, she is the actress in the show, and she's specifically referencing the writer, okay? And if it's true, I can't say that it is, but I mean, shit, I guess that's got to mean something. She's in the show. That's why she's being interviewed about her perspective. That's what she's saying that it is. So if that's what it is what it is. Now, you got to understand, that term feminism, definitely in the modern sense, basically means man-hating bullshit. It's more so what it is. That's just all it is. Now, what people will say is that, well, it's a She-Hulk. She was always feminist. That they're going to for sure point that out. And, like, I think that I'm definitely considering that so many people are fans of female characters. These guys have kind of this weird straw man of a fan that they think most of us are. So they think, oh, well, you just don't like empowered or strong female characters, right? And to them, that's all feminism is, right? But it's kind of like it's the gaslight of it all, okay? We talked about this in the previous segment, where they act like they have monopoly. They have these words, okay, that they tie themselves to, and they act like it's interchangeable, right? So anything that ever happened that they considered good, that people enjoyed, is leftist. Like we talked about that. Well, comics were always left wing. They say stuff like that because they think that they have monopoly on thinking racism is bad, okay? It's the same thing here, where they use that term interchangeably. And those I can guarantee you there'll be people that respond to this video saying, well, she was always that way. she's always a feminist character. It's one thing to be an interesting, mildly interesting character that's female and can be strong. It's another to look at feminism in the modern sense. Whatever wave we're on, I have no idea. But that's all it's been equated to, is basically man-hating heifers that go out of their way to be offended at stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. So I said that She-Hulk, to me, and I've called this before, to me, in modern, really in comics in general, to me, she's the best handled tokenized character that has ever existed in the books. I've said this time and time, and I still defend that. But those days are beyond us as far as who that character is. I mean, hell, even up until when I stopped reading Marvel Comics, she had became basically a Hulk, like the Hulk. She no longer had like kind of her feminine traits that made her more unique. The fact that she wasn't obnoxiously cartoonish like Hulk was. And they didn't actually did that. It was some gamma shit that happened, and then all of a sudden she became like hulked up, and she looks just basically like a Hulk with a sports bra on. Essentially what she ended up looking like. And yeah, so even up until then, they had Jason Aaron participated in running that character into the ground. So this was always dead on arrival anyway. Okay. But if that's what it's going to be, if that's the direction that this company is going, or not the company going, or that the direction that, well, yeah, we know where the company's going, Disney and Marvel. But if it's going to be this uber, okay, we're going to use her as again, another vehicle for modern feminism, oh, it's going to be worse than what I thought. No, it's just an actor or actress. I don't know if it's true. I mean, I have to assume that it is because she's in it. But if that's how y'all wrote it with that in mind, like if that's what you take away from it, that was unprovoked. She was not asked in that question, what about the feminism? That wasn't what the question was. It was just like basically her experience and how she's feeling about being part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She added that commentary herself. So I have to believe that it is true. If it's proven otherwise, all right. But at least for right now, if that's what they're hyper-emphasizing, then that's what you're taking away from the show, that it's about this feminist comment. Oh, shit. Modern feminist commentary. Oh, it's dead on arrival. It's dead on arrival. Not just because of what I mentioned, which the CGI and all this stuff. It's dead on arrival for usual stuff that the usual suspects do. DOA. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.